Ihr versteht Englisch, ne?
Ja.
Okay, so international yoga class today. Ah, these are my good friends from Berlin. These are my good friends from the Ukraine.
Hello.
Okay, so we tried it. Okay. Sorry. You start in Svastikasana, and the thing is, your task is this bone, yeah, cross bone. If it's like this, and if it's like this, and oh God, and it is followed by that your knees are like this, and you're desperately trying to lift up this, so everything is like you can't breathe and everything. Just use whatever you find. You can use these blankets, you can use whatever to build height. Because the higher you get, the more easy it is to get this bone inside. And if you're doing this maybe the first time, or if you're very tired, or I don't know, use the wall, then you don't need to work at all because you can have your back to the wall. I can't let this. This is like anger yoga. We all have like a, was heißt Zwangsstörung, Anke?
Was heißt was?
Zwangsstörung. We're extremely German in this yoga thing. So look, when you have your blanket and you fold it, there is a shit side. We can use this, and there's a beautiful side. So sit with the beautiful side in front. Okay. Then the next thing is look, see that your feet are under your knee. So this is your task. Where are your knees? Where are your feet? If you answer this question, bring your feet under your knee. Yeah. We're getting there. Yeah, so there's like this image of this meditating Buddhist thing. He is sitting like this. Then the next thing is like you can sit like this, but this is this. Yeah, it's more front than you think. Yes, and it's under the knee. Under the knee. Yes. That's why you need maybe more height. Okay, now we done the general pose. Now you can look in front. I'm just a nice voice in the room. And then see how is your spine? How are you doing? Where are you coming from? Is it a meeting? Maybe you just drove with Deutsche Bahn. I don't know. And you can see you cannot force to be relaxed. There's a way that you need to go. And then, there's this breastbone here. It's a huge bone. Lift it up. But sometimes when I say lift this bone up, then there's kind of a soldier movement, and this is very stiff and you can't breathe. So for this, and this is what we did the last weeks, totally collapse. No muscle action at all. This is very strange if you tell this to people doing yoga because they don't want to do this. And then look at your feet. Now, take the outer rim of your feet and work them into the ground. You don't need to do this like in the gym, but if you press them, you see, there's something happening in the pelvis. And if something's happening in the pelvis, fine. You're still like this. So then the pelvis is like the base of your spine. So when you take your sit bones, these bones that hurt if you sit on somebody's lap, no, and this person's saying, these are the sit bones. And like little pillars, just yes, that was the movement. Like pull them into the ground, and you see that this is lifting, but without any force. And then there's something you can experiment with. You have a crossbone, and absorb this crossbone inside the body. And then you feel where are the lazy parts of this crossbone? Is it the upper part? Is it the lower part? Is it the right part, the left part? Now absorb this this lazy part into the body. And you see spine will follow. Oh God. The pubic bone, yes, same game. Absorb it into the body. And then you will see there is a lazy part. Is it the right side, the left side, upper part, lower part? Like I said, this is a whole seminar. And maybe you can see if you absorb these bones inside, then the muscles can relax. But they're not collapsed, so there is no muscle action, but there's a muscle action that is just the right amount to give you an uplift. Now you're on this breastbone. Also, absorb it a little into the body and then lift it up. And again, where are the lazy parts? The upper part, lower part, left side, right side. And when you see, now this part here is relaxed. The diaphragm area is relaxed. That's why we do all this work. Not yet. What you did in the beginning, that was your ego, like pushing up. Now you're grounding. And when you see then this absorbed breastbone is going up, and maybe you can feel that your shoulder blade, they're going down away from the ears. And let them go away from the ears and then absorb them into the body. And if that results in that this diaphragm area here, you push forward, start with your sit bones, crossbone, pubis plate. Like I said, this is a whole seminar. I can leave you alone. You will be satisfied for 2 hours only working with these points. And if you're ready, you can close your eyes. Yes, and sometimes then thought comes, you drift away, and the lazy parts get lazy. No, absorb them in. Benni, ich bin sehr stolz, was du mit deiner Halswirbelsäule machst. Da ist was passiert. Okay, then get out of this asana and then look at me. The game is I show, you look. Then you do, I look. Okay? We've been practicing like I think 4 or 5 weeks. Like, what is our feet doing? What is the thigh doing? Da, da, da. So it was very detailed. Now it's just fun. Let's go. Okay? If you manage to put these things together, it's fine. But it's more like, okay, fun in movement, and then let's understand why these particular body parts should work the way that we worked in the last 4 to 5 weeks. All right? So, and if you feel tired or you say, I can't go on anymore, then please tell me so we can go to a little bit more regenerative things. Okay? So the first thing, you may or may not have blocks in the beginning of your mat. If you need them or not, Benny, you should have these. Okay? So, and it's about this lazy part of my thigh and something the foot is doing. I'm not telling. So let me check. Okay, so the first thing is you start in Adho Mukha Svanasana, which is downward dog for the cool people. Yeah, you do this. I'm not telling you what to do. Look at this. I'm not doing it very precisely. I'm just doing a dog. If you remember something, then pull up the heels maximum, and then these lazy parts of the thighs, pull them back so that you get longer and longer. But it's on you. Then the first thing is I show you with left first, so you can see. You bring the right foot outside of the hand. This. It's okay if you're like depressed and you're looking down and something like this. Then you can bring your knee to the ground, also depressed, looking down like this. It's okay. And then you go a little bit front. You can open up this groin. Okay? When you do this, you come back to the dog position. Then you do this also on the other side. Second time, you're not depressed anymore. You look forward, you stretch this bone up, and you go here. Stretch this bone up, stretch this bone up. You can easily bring this knee to the floor, but this bone goes this way, okay? Now I lost my plan. Okay, then Benny, you bring this foot inside, okay? Now the foot is inside my hand. And then maybe I can bring this back foot a little bit more front, and I stretch my front leg, and I keep my stomach on the thigh. Whatever happens here is not important. Just stretch your leg. If you want to lift up the heel a little bit, it's okay. But look front. This bone goes this way. If it's happening that your stomach is leaving your thigh because you're not flexible enough, that's the point, Benny, where you take your block. Okay? And then, of course, you go to Ardha Mukha Svanasana. And when we're done, I tell you, we're done. What you do is you do Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. You can put these thighs on the ground, look up, come down, jump front, and you're done. Okay? All right. Yes, of course. Okay. So be ready. And then you go for Ardha Mukha Svanasana, downward dog. Just go. No details. If you manage, you see the problem is that you have too much weight on your hands. So lift up the heels maximum. And then these lazy parts of your thighs, it works also with bent legs. Bring the upper part of your thigh back. So you see that your back is getting longer and longer. Okay, this remember all the time. Now, right foot outside of the right hand. Right foot next to the right hand. Yes. You can be depressed, look down, it's okay. Bring the knee to the floor. Yes. And then maybe go a little bit more front so that you bring more stretch into this left thigh. Yes. And then you go back. Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Lift up the heels and then bring those thighs back. Long, very long lower back. Yes. Then right foot, come front. Sorry, left foot. Left foot front. And you bring the right knee to the ground. And again, maybe you push this left knee more front so there's more stretch in the right groin. Okay. And then you go back, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Again, lift the heels maximum and then bring these upper part of your thighs back. Then lift your chin, look up, and then bring the right foot next to the right hand and keep this breastbone lifted. Also, you can, if you want to, you can bring the knee down. It's okay, but lift the breastbone now. All right. And you go back to Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Okay, these your feet doing, bring the upper thighs back, and then, yes, lift up, and you bring the left foot next to the left hand. Yes. It's okay to bring the knee down. It's okay, but lift the chest, lift the chest. Good. And then you go back, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Once more. Lift the heels maximum, and then bring these upper parts of your thighs, bring them back. Yes. And then look in front, look front, lift the breastbone, and you go for Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, which is the upward looking dog. Look upward. We're going a different way. This kind of thing. Yes, bring the breastbone up, bring the breastbone up. And from here, you come back to downward dog. Lift the heels and bring these thighs back. And now the right foot goes in between the hands. Maybe you want to go a little bit closer with the back leg, and then now your stomach is on your thigh, and then stretch this leg, stretch it. Yes, stretch it, and keep the stomach on the thigh. Yes, if you want to use a block, Anke, streck das Bein. Dafür musst du hinten aufstehen. Genau, die Nummer. Und lass den Bauch da dran, geh tief. Auch was ist egal, was ist im Becken passiert. Alles gut. Bring da nur Bewegung rein. Also, you can lift the front part of your foot, only the heel is on the ground, see that, and go deep, go low. Yes. And then you bend the knee again, and you go back to Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Lift the heel. Bring those thighs back. And then look up, and left foot in between the hands. Again, stretch the left leg, but keep the stomach on the leg. Keep the stomach on the leg. Yes, maybe you want to lift up the left foot. Only the heel is on the ground. This is a fight. Stretch the leg and keep the stomach on the leg. Yes. Good. And then go back for Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Again, lift the heel, thighs back, and then look up, look front, press one up, and then you go for Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward dog, and then go back to downward dog, jump or walk front, sloppy Uttanasana, and you come up. Little advice for little dogs. If you make a little dog, you won't have any chance to stretch these muscles here. Make a big dog. Yeah. So you have the space to bring this back. And this is when I say look up, this is sometimes this happens. No. These thighs, they go back, and you just bring this bone up. Okay, and this works also here. Okay? So many details. Okay, könnt ihr noch?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Second part. You also start in Ardha Mukha Svanasana, and I know I just said make a big dog. Now you make a little bit smaller dog, because now your left hand goes to your right ankle, yeah, and you can look in between these windows. Then of course, other side, yeah, do this maybe 2 times. Tuck, tuck. Then again, your right foot comes in front, okay? Left foot, so the back foot, yes, you bring it parallel to the short mat side. You can have your hand here, or you can have a block, or you can use the ground. I don't care. So you first thing, you stretch this leg, go deep. Also, your stomach is touching the thigh. What happens here? I don't care, really. Then you have this, and you bring this leg, this arm up for Trikonasana, okay? And go back here. You're standing safe. Go back here. Okay, not like this. Go back. Then you come back, dog. Then this arm comes front, and go here. Trikonasana. Give this a lift. Go back here. Be very brave. Okay? If you fall, you fall. Nothing will happen. Okay? And then you're back in Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Okay? That's it. Then of course, Urdhva Mukha Uttanasana, and you're done. Okay? Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Yes, very brave and big dog. Now, go smaller, because you want to reach with your left hand your right ankle. Yes. No, the left hand, the right ankle. Yes. And then turn to the side. Look through this window you created. Come on, Benny. Yes. Mach ihn kleiner. Und dann kommst du durch. Oh, auch gut. Benny is changing very quick. So you can also change. You decide for your own if you want to do it a little bit more slow or quick. Yes. Okay, then you go back to Ardha Mukha Svanasana, make a big dog now. And then bring the right foot in between your hands. Now, maybe you want to make a little step forward with the back leg, and then bring your back foot parallel to the short mat. Okay, and then you can stretch this leg again and keep the stomach on the thigh. Also, the breastbone lift up. The breastbone lift up. Benni, wo ist dein Bauch und wo ist dein Oberschenkel?
Das geht, das kann, das geht.
Alles gut, alles gut. Aber versuch die Richtung zu halten. Yes. Okay, then you position your arm and you go for Trikonasana. 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 Go up. Yes. Left arm is up. If you fall, you fall. We just laugh a little and then we try again. Okay. Come back. Come back. Come back. Turn everything straight so you can go for Ardha Mukha Svanasana. And then the left foot is in between your hands. Maybe you want to step a little bit more direction of your hands. Then bring the back leg parallel to the short mat and then turn up into Trikonasana. And also, in your own time, you can change that. So go back for Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Everybody, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Hund.
Yeah.
Große Hund. Exactly. Then right foot goes front. And Trikonasana, left arm up. And you go back. Ardha Mukha Svanasana. And left foot in between the hands. And then Trikonasana, right arm is up. And one more, you go back, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. And the right leg, yes, now you get it. Right leg is front, just move, don't think. And front leg is stretched, stretch it, yes, that's it. And when you're done, you can wait in Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Stretch it, yes. Okay, geht in Urdhva Mukha und dann die Ukraine übt sich hier tot. Okay, you go back to Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Großer Hund, yes. And then go for Urdhva Mukha. Yes. And again, you go back for Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Jump or walk into Uttanasana. And then you come up. Okay? That I just wanted to move so that you don't think about, oh, this is detail, where have to be the tie, where has to be the. We will do later on some asanas with more detail, but now it's just movement. And maybe, Benny, you can feel that your legs are getting more flexible.
Yes.
Yes, very good. Because there is a third one. Is it really there? Okay, third one is a little bit tricky. So if you fall, you fall. If you fall, please laugh. Okay, because if you don't laugh, then you say your body will say, I did a mistake or something like that. Really, it's just fun. But maybe you understand, for you two, like the points we discussed like for weeks now, you see how important they are when you're in this flow. Because if you don't have them insecure, you will fall easily. Okay, so let me try if this is safe. Okay, you start in Ardha Mukha Svanasana, and I show you with the left side. The right foot goes again in between the hands. You may want to come a little bit closer, and you may want not parallel, but like a little bit more in. Okay, this works also here. You don't have to be like in this line. The first thing you do is you keep your hands down and you stretch this leg again. Benny, wie gesagt, wenn du hier einen Klotz haben willst, ist okay. Wenn du das Bein dann nicht strecken kannst, auch okay. Bleib lieber hier unten oder sag ich mal auf der Höhe und gib hier ein bisschen Gas, okay? It's okay. If it's possible to stretch this leg, stretch this leg. Then you have a tiny spider here and you will move there. And again, stretch this leg, go here, go here, go here. Whatever happens here, don't worry. Then you bring this arm here. If you want to have a block, it's okay. If you want to have this block like this, okay. So you come from here, stretch. Then you bring this up here and you go on Parivrita Trikonasana, okay? All of this could also be like in a flow, okay? Woo! It's okay. It's okay. Because I don't work very precise with this foot, but it's just for you to understand, this is why we have this point. And also be brave. Go back. Like I see, my teacher this last week told me this is what I did right now. The second you fall, just pretend you wanted to go down anyway. Okay? So maybe you can save it. Okay? And then of course, always Adho Mukha Svanasana is the point in between. Okay?
Yes.
So we start in Adho Mukha Svanasana and we have our block. Stell dir vor, Benny, wir hätten das alles einzeln gemacht. Guck mal, wir sind fast durch die ganze Stunde durch. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Bring those thighs back. Lift the heels maximum. Then the right foot, bring it in between of the hands. Now, maybe you want to make a little step with the back leg in front in direction of your hands. It's okay. Then stretch it. Stretch it. Keep the hands on the floor and stretch it. I don't give a shit what happens in your pelvis and something like this. Then you have a spider in your left hand, and this spider goes front and it goes on over to the side more than your feet. So you stretch this left flank, left side of your upper body. And then you pull it back. Maybe there's a block. I don't know. And then you open up for Parivrita Trikonasana. Oh, be brave and stretch the leg. Be brave, stretch the leg. And if you fall, just pretend that you wanted to go down anyway. And you go back to Adho Mukha Svanasana. You can calm down the nerves a little bit. And if you're brave again, then the left foot is in between the hands. Maybe you want to adjust the back leg. Then hands are on the floor or on the brick, and then you stretch this front leg max. And there's a spider in your left hand, and it goes front. And cross the line of your feet so that you bring the right upper body. It's very long, very long, very long. And then you bring back the hand and you go for Parivrita Trikonasana. I sense now it is more easy if I don't talk. And again, you come back. Yes. And then you go back to Adho Mukha Svanasana. And again, repeat for yourself. Right leg. Don't use your own time, Svetlana. Everything is fine. Right leg is front. Adjust the back leg. And the hands are on the floor. Bring the breastbone in front and then stretch this leg. Stretch the front leg. I can see a bent leg. Stretch it. Then there's the spider. Go front. And finally go for Parivrita Trikonasana. Lift up the arm. Yes. And then come back. Second side. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Lift the heels, thighs back. Then right leg is in front. Again, stretch this front leg, adjust the back leg, stretch it, but keep the breastbone up. Keep the breastbone up. Yes. And then you have a spider in your right hand and then go, 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 go. First make long. There's more length in it. Yes. And then you go back and go for Parivrita Trikonasana. Yes, lift it. Yes, and be brave. Bring that left or the upper shoulder, bring it back. Yes.
Was? Wie viel soll es machen?
Die brauchen ein bisschen länger. Wir machen das gerade zum ersten Mal. If you're done, you stay and you wait in Adho Mukha Svanasana. Yes, and from Adho Mukha Svanasana, you go for Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Don't feel stressed by us. And from here, you go back to Adho Mukha Svanasana. Just see the difference of the pelvis. And then you jump or walk Uttanasana. And you're done. Ah, Benny. Okay. Now, just for your inner mind monkeys, you did Trikonasana, Parshvakonasana, you did some kind of Virabtu, you did Parivrita Trikonasana, did Parshvattanasana, and you're just here for half an hour. Okay, so just it's very quick now. So this I mean, this is the fun. You think, okay, I don't want to worry much about this. I can tell you about points later. So we did this, and now there's the one I hate, but I show you anyway. I have my blocks. Do I need them? No, I don't need them. This is just it's your favorite asana, Benny. We stay with Parshvottanasana, but we add like get up one. Okay, and here we can go into a little bit of detail. So you start, as always, in Adho Mukha Svanasana. Lift the heels, bring this back, long. Very interesting feet. Then lift up the breastbone, look up. This leg goes forward. Again, you can adjust the back leg. I'm totally fine with it. Now, see, if I am just playing, for me, maybe your body is different. This knee never is in line with the heel. So I have to go a little bit more. I know why my body doesn't want to do this, but it's okay. Then I work the feet, I will tell you. And when I do, this knee always wants to go back. So I have to divide my leg. This part, the knee, it needs to go front, while this part needs to go back. And again, you can put your stomach on your thigh, and then you lift up, you lift up, you lift up, you lift up. And you see this motherfucker, it wants to go back. So I put it front and I pull this back and I go up. What was the topic of our of the last 5 weeks, I guess? This thigh. Lift it up. And then you see why it's called a Virabhadrasana, a warrior. There's a war inside your body and you want to win it, okay? And then this one goes up. Talking is absolutely difficult in this one. If you can't breathe, you have to let go a little bit here, okay? And then you go back. This part again, you adjust, you adjust, this. Again, this, and you come back, okay? A few times. And another 2 asanas, checklist. Okay, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Then right foot is in front. Adjust the back leg. Yeah, the key, okay, we will try. Now see, what is your knee doing? What is your knee doing? Bring the knee front. And then you see, there's a problem. Now, okay, the knee, position the knee and then come up. And you see there's the instability. This hip wants to go front and the knee wants to go back. But this asana is the complete opposite. So bring the knee front and the hip back. Yes. And the plan is that your heel, your left heel is on the ground. That's a war you have to find. And then you come back. Ja. Auch das noch, Benny. Da, wie gesagt, Benny, spielerisch. Da muss erstmal Raum und Bewegung rein. Alles gut. Adho Mukha Svanasana. And then, thank God, you only have 2 legs. Second side. See, the knee wants to go back, but you bring it front. And the hip wants to go front, and you bring it back. And then the left heel, the right heel, somehow magical conditions, it should stay on the floor. And then you go up. Yes. And then fight. And again, you come back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Lift the heel, and then bring the knees to the ground. I tell you a secret. Just look at me. Okay, come out. It's not pretty much a secret. It's like logic, okay? In Virabhadrasana 1, and we did this with the block under our feet. My pelvis should be parallel to the short end of the mat. If I put this leg like this, I won't have the slightest chance, or I am flexible as I don't know what. Yes, so this leg points in this direction so that this pelvis comes front. But in the end, it's not this pelvis that is moving front. It's this leg that is sucking into. This leg, you pull out of the hip. And then there is this bone that we were addressing all the time, like the upper part of my thigh. I put this up so I can bring this heel down. Like I said, there's a lot of war in my body now. And when I bend this leg, I have to maintain this war. Like the second I just bend this leg, this sucking action, it will go away. But it's more easy. Okay, so and then I need to maintain this. And if I want to go deep, I really have to bring this bone up so I can bring the heel down. And with this, I can do this sucking, this twisting, sucking action again. Is this understandable?
Yes.
And all of this with fun and joy and lightness, okay? But I know I'm doing this on purpose. Like this is a warrior position, okay? So second try, go for Adho Mukha Svanasana. And then bring the right foot between the hands. Now, what is your back foot doing? Keep it in front. And you see the heel should go down. So maybe you should bring it more front so that the heel here already is down. Okay, we can try. Then knee goes front. And then you suck the thigh back into the hip. That's what brings the hip parallel. And you see this thigh, the back thigh, it will fall down. So bring it up, bring it up. Yes, and press the heel down. And then you see there's the war again. Very good. And then you come down. Now you start to understand why downward dog is a restoring pose. And then the left foot is front. Now, different way. Stretch the left leg. Stretch the left leg. See, now, suck the left leg into the hip. And then elongate the right leg out of the hip so that the heel is going down. No, where's right? The back leg out of the hip. You suck the front leg and you elongate the back leg. Now keep that and bend the front leg. Bend the front leg. Yes, and then you can lift up the arms. And you know, Benny, yes. And then you go back for Adho Mukha Svanasana. And then Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. And Adho Mukha Svanasana again. And then you jump forward and come up. Okay? Then again, playful. And like I said, we increase difficulties. So it's pretty likely that you will fall now. Okay? But if you fall, just make sure that you can fall, that there is nothing bad in your environment. I'm pretty sure I will fall. Okay. So the thing is, again, you start in Adho Mukha Svanasana. I show the left side. Then your right foot goes again in between the hands. Maybe you adjust this one. Then you stretch this leg again. Your stomach stays on the thigh. Again, I go forward, I go forward, I go forward, I go forward. No, I show this side. Yes, I go forward, 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 forward. Then again, okay. My body is smarter than my brain. I will pull out the foot like parallel to the short end, and I go for Trikonasana. Okay, but I do this very short. You can keep this arm up, but it's more bring it here. Yeah, so you can lift, you keep that lift of the shoulder. You bend this leg, look down, it's more safe. Then again, you have a spider in this hand, and the spider is connected to your back foot. So what you do is the spider goes front and the back foot goes with it. Here, it's absolutely okay if there's a block or something. I have very short arms. And then you go up for Adho Mukha, oops, I fought. In Adha Chandrasana. Okay, you can look down, then it is more safe. So what I want you to do is, this is an air foot. And if you know what an air foot is, work the air foot, okay? This is the ground foot. If you know what a ground foot is, work the ground foot. All right, and then you come back in Trikonasana, like this, and then you come back into your Adho Mukha Svanasana. Okay, just experience. We will do this in a safe way in a moment, okay? Just experience. No, it's just for, it's basically it's for Berlin, because now we experiment what is the ground foot and what is an air foot. They know you're just here for fun. Okay, so we start in Adho Mukha Svanasana. Now the right foot in between the hands. Now adjust the back foot. The outside of the back foot is parallel to the short mat. So bring it, yes. And then you go for Trikonasana, arms pointing up. Very good. You can bring the hand on the crossbone, bend the leg, and then you have a spider in the right hand and it's connected to your foot. So both of them go from. And if there's a block, it's okay. If there's a ground, it's okay. Lift the back foot. And immediately you need an air foot, otherwise you will fall. Yes. Hey, sehr gut, Berlin. And then you come down, Trikonasana.
Ich hab's auch gut gemacht.
Ich habe gesagt, hey, Berlin, super.
Ich habe ja schon Hey Benny.
Oh, sorry, Berlin, which includes Anke and Benny. Very good. And then you go back for Adho Mukha Svanasana.
Ja, ich hab's auch gut gemacht.
And come on, Berlin. Left foot is front. Left foot front. Again, go for Trikonasana. Then position the upper hand. And then there's a spider connected to your foot. Both of them go front. And then bring the back leg up. Bring the back leg up. Don't be mad at your left side. It's completely different than the right side. They're good. And be brave. Open, open. And just imagine one day you will look up to the ceiling. But maybe not today. So come back. Okay, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Adho Mukha Svanasana. That's Trikonasana, okay? Adho Mukha Svanasana, which is a dog. Yes, and just your experience with this air foot, go again. The right foot is in front, and you build up a Trikonasana. Yes, Trikonasana. Be brave, bring this shoulder back. Then you position the hand, and then hand and feet goes front, and you go up for Ardha Chandrasana. Okay. And then you come back. Trikonasana, you go back for Adho Mukha Svanasana. And from here, the left foot goes front. Again, stretch leg, adjust the back leg. Trikonasana, yes. And then position the front, the upper hand, and then you go for Ardha Chandrasana. Half moon. Yes. Very good. And then you come back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. And you come jump or walk in front for Uttanasana, and you're done. Okay. Now you have a chair or something that you can just position your hands. I use a chair with blocks. It's not much. If you have the mobility to go down on the floor, it's okay. But I will use this. We will use this prop so that we can work more precise. There's another warrior pose, which is warrior 3. You know this? You've done this in the cool way? Okay, warrior 3 is like a very pretty advanced pose. You start in Virabhadrasana 1, then you go front, then you position everything, and you go up here. Like it's this Superman flying, you know? It's super hard to work in this because you need strong legs, strong everything that must be strong, okay? So here we use absolutely props. You have to measure something. Okay, this is my chair. My left leg is my standing leg. So the first thing I search for is the wall. And you have to adjust it. I show, you look. Then I look and you show. Okay? So here I'm like this. You see, if I'm using these blocks on the chair, my upper body is too high. There's something wrong with my leg. It is corrected if I go down like this. And there's another trick. I can use this here. If I hook my thumb like this, I can use this to bring my shoulders in position. But that's not important. Okay, so the thing that will happen here is that your body will tell you two things that you should adjust so that this asana gets more easy. The first thing is this foot should look this way. Wrong, but I show you. The second thing is this pelvis side here, it should move there. It shouldn't, because if I do this, it's more easy to hold the position, but my spine is crumbling. I cannot stretch the spine. Okay, so what you do is you have the wall. Okay, so you do all the footwork you know, and then there is this part again where you suck this leg into the hip joint, like this. You suck this, and then this bone wants to fall, and you just lift up this bone. And you will feel your heel like hitting into the wall. That's okay. Then you try to maintain this, and you open up this side into this Ardha Chandrasana. You can position this hand up here, and you're safe now. So be brave and bring this back. Maybe you want to go a little bit higher, but only as high as your spine is. So this will be too high. The goal is not that this leg is up. So bring it in the line. You can check with your arm here in the line with your spine. And now, again, this bone, it wants to fall. So I lift it, and then maybe I go a little bit out of the line so I can pull it back. And you see what happens? My spine will lift. This is the movement you can experience here, and then you adapt it into this pose. Okay? So just this. Now it's your turn. So Virabhadrasana 3, Ardha Chandrasana. Adjust. Take your time. Take your time to adjust. Lee, I have this very small, my hands, my arms are not that long. Maybe you don't need these bricks. Just, you will find out. You don't overwork there, just getting ready. Ja, Anke, du brauchst den nicht. Zieh den Stuhl nur noch so einen Tick mehr zu dir ran, dass deine Ellbogen unter deinen Schultern sind. Yes. Okay, left leg is on the wall. And this should be very easy to hold. So see what's happening. This left foot, it wants to go like Charlie Chaplin. See? It happens. This leads to your right hip. It wants to go out. And then your hip wants to crumble. You want to do a, I don't know, Hohlkreuz? Yes. Now, left toes point directly to the ground. More to the ground. And you see, there is some muscles in my pelvis. Now, maybe you found them for the first time. Now your standing leg, right leg, suck it into the hip, make it long. And then you see, this is the point where the pelvis is adjusted in the right way. But your left thigh, it will fall. Now bring it up, and you will feel that your heel, like a hammer, is going inside the wall. Or you are cramping. One of these two solutions. Okay, and then from here, open up. Now turn the foot outside, and you turn up into Ardha Chandrasana. And the last thing that happens is that you go up with this arm, and you can position it. And now, naturally, everyone is looking forward. in the asana before, you were looking down. Now you're looking forward. Now use this to open up the shoulder. Yes. And maybe you want to lift the leg up a little bit, but just experience. Hey, super, Benny. Now you experience this lift in the lower side, downside of your trunk, and then move this back to Virabhadrasana 3. Yes. And activate the back of the leg. You're cheating. Yes. Okay. Knee, and then you come back and you have to look again. Berlin, ihr macht das nicht schlecht. Just, just, just look. I understand this very good, okay? But you're doing like this. No stretch, no stretch. Then it is incredibly challenging to even lift this leg. Even if I stretch the leg, this part of my leg, it will fall. So what I have to do is I have this, like I have this muscle here and the upper side, the hip side. I have to lift it. Then I reach my spine and my spine can move this way. Okay? Nothing. First you start with this leg. Stretch, that. Then it also, this is readjusted, but this one is falling. Okay? So then I stretch the leg. This muscle here, lift. And you will feel you want to fly in this direction. When you have this, it is more easy to experience this in this position because now it's front. So I can put it back and you see, oh, something is pulling me back. And I keep that and I bring it into this position again. And now I have this stretch in front. Okay? Try this on the second side. Yes. Now, left leg is standing leg. Now you're getting brave. Okay. Now, stretch the left leg and suck it into the hip. And you will feel that the right butt is coming down, which is good. But also the right thigh is coming down. So bring this one up. Oof. And there are some muscles who don't like this, but it's okay. It's the warrior pose. Don't forget this. Okay, you're down. Yes. And then open up to Ardha Chandrasana and move from the foot. The last thing that opens is the shoulder. Now foot goes outside, yes. Hip is, and the last thing is, yes, now you got it. And then again, maybe you want to bring this foot a little bit higher. Lift the leg a little bit higher. And because your thigh is facing front now, you can put it back. This upper part of the thigh, put it back. And keep, and maybe you feel a lift. You bring this back and then this back. Now there's the lift. And keep that lift when you turn this one down to Virabhadrasana 3 again. Yes. Very good. And then come back. Benny steht da wieder Terminator. Could you feel this? Like this diagonal stretch of the spine.
Yes.
Okay, if not, you have to come back. More stretch, okay. Die sagen hier, sie spüren erst den Stretch in den Beinen und dann vielleicht noch so ein bisschen davon. Okay. So, you survived this. Now we have done this. All right. Then, now you lose, yes. You use the long part of your mat to adjust. So what you do is, I show, you look. Anfänger. So, I just said beginners. I use this to adjust my heels so that I know that they are on the same height. Then I look, I check for my outside, the outer rims of my feet that they are parallel to the short end. You can try. What happens if I do this? You can try. This is okay, if you go like this. But check it that they are straight. And we work the whole these for an hour now, that these go back. Now in this position, if you want to bring your hands on the ground, something strange will happen. You automatically go back here. But that's not the plan. Yeah, you automatically go back. But you want to stay in line with the heel. So it's like more an Adho Mukha Svanasana action. Yeah, so you pull them front so you don't, this is very easy. Yes, but then everything collapses. So you bring this back, 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 back. And then you can have your hands here, you can have blocks, Benny, you can have a chair, it's absolutely okay. The thing is, I'm doing nothing. The second your hands are touching the ground, the body is tempted to lose every tension. Okay, so when you have this, you bring the outer rim of the foot down, and everything that is inner leg, you suck up, you suck up. Then you have these lazy parts here, these at the beginning of like this bone. And this you bring back so that there's this stretch. And only if you have this stretch, then maybe you can think about going more down. Okay? You can try. Prasarita Padottanasana. Now, see that you use the back end of the mat, like the long end, so you can really adjust your heel. And you know, I have short arms and a very long trunk, so I will not make a very large distance between my feet. If you are normal, you can use more space, okay? Okay, now see, if you do like this, and you can position your hands like this, hands on the hips, and now when you want to go down, you can try, naturally you will push your bum back. So try to keep it there. For that, press the outer rim of the foot, and then everything that is inner leg, pull up. This one will grab. And then go front, and don't go back. You will go back a little bit, okay, but don't go back. Don't go back. I'm not Superman. Yes, they say it's unmöglich. They changed the language. They speak German now. And then you position your hands on the floor. And I promise you, the second you touch, everything is muscles will go away. So again, outer rim of the foot, press it down. Everything that is the inner leg, pull up. And then upper part of your thighs, bring back and make a long neck, long back muscle. Yes, very good, Benny. Guck noch weiter nach vorne, heb den Blick noch mehr an und jetzt bring einfach das Brustbein noch weiter nach vorne. Und wenn du da an deine Blöcke rankommst, nimm die. Ja. Ah. Hey, guck mal, das ist ein anderer Mann, Benny. Okay, alle außer Benny, if you want to go down, you can go down. But only if you can maintain this bone going back. And then when you reach that position, one day, you know, you will push the crown of your head and you lift your legs and you will be in a headstand. But maybe this day is not today. Benny ist okay, komm raus. Das ist für die anderen ist das nicht so anstrengend. And then you come back. Come back, come back. Okay, you survived this. Okay. Then you can use a belt. I'm okay with that. And you see, we use these props just to, it's not to make some things easier. It's that these props can show us a deeper understanding of these movements. So you use this belt now to create a little floor. Okay? So what you do is you're on your back, and the first thing is bring your shoulder blades away from the ear. Yes? Ah, you don't have belt. Okay, don't worry, don't worry. We will find. Okay, then you bring your legs up, and also if your body is a little bit similar like mine, you will have problems stretching the legs, and this bone will come front. Yeah, because the back muscles, pelvic muscles, blah, blah, blah. So if I'm now want to stretch my legs, what I'm actually doing is I just push my knees back. Nothing happened here, you see? But I have a feeling of success. So what you do is you have your belt and you bring it like where the heel is beginning, and you can pull it up. Now, if I pull this movement should be familiar for you because I'm sucking my legs into the hip now. And I can use this belt to make this happen. Then I have to wait, and I can like give the order to my pelvis, relax, relax, relax. Now I am at this point that I can use with, that I can work with these parts. And these parts, what should I do with them? I bring them back. So I elongate. Did you see? Okay, if I'm not doing anything like this, then I'm pulling this down. Then I have to say relax, 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 relax. And then I bring this part back. Okay? So here, this is why I use this pose. You can see your feet. This is a 50% air feet, 50% ground feet, because we have a little ground here. So what feet are doing normally in this position is this. So what you do is you bring the outer rim down and you push like the big toe mount and the inner heel up, just like you're standing on this. Question? Okay, try this. Yes. Verausgabt euch nicht, Berlin, wir müssen noch Gurte holen. Hier. If you want to brag tonight, this is Urdhva Prasarita Padottanasana. Everything has a name. Okay, so lie on the floor. Benny, du darfst ganz liegen. Genau. Leg dich ab, genau. Kurze Siesta. Now, bring your legs up. And don't just bend them a little bit. Bend them a little bit. Okay. Now you see, okay, pelvic is doing some funny things. Lower back muscle are doing some funny things. Yes, and if I just give the order, stretch your legs, because the muscles there are very tight, mostly, and I don't want to put shame on you or something like this, but mostly you just brush your knees backwards. Okay, so don't do this. Just pull on the belt, and then you have a 50% air feet, 50% ground feet. So the outer rim, use the belt to bring the outer rim down. And then the big toe mount and the inner heel bring up. And with this, elongate the leg so that maybe you have the feeling that your knees are going back, but it's the leg that is stretching. And then here comes the hard work. Can you bring this upper thigh, the beginning of the thigh, back? I think I can. Okay. And maybe this is the point where I said, maybe you have to address your pelvis and say, relax, please, relax, please, relax, please. And then you find a very interesting concept in yoga. Sometimes you have to relax something to build muscle. Wow. Benny macht das, du kannst die Beine weiter beugen, aber dann schau, dass ja, sonst machst du eine Bauchübung daraus. Genau, genau, genau das. Das ist viel anstrengender, was du gerade gemacht hast. Und dann arbeite die Füße. Okay. Now bring the feet to the ground. Bring the feet to the ground. Remove the belt. Some people found muscles. Okay, then now without the belt, bring the legs up. And now you have to do the work the belt did for yourself. Was streitet ihr? Okay. Now again, look, what are your feet doing? The outer rim, bring down, and the big toe mount and the inner heel, bring up. And then, what is this thigh doing? The base of the thigh, like the upper part, this one bring back. This one bring back. And then stretch the leg. Okay. And then come back. And then you see, oh my God, it felt more easy with the belt, but the belt was showing the movement. So this is when the movement was, this is why this feeling of easy is created. Okay, so there's much to learn for every one of us. Okay, next hard thing is, okay, we start without, I show, you rest. You start with bent legs, knees are closed, heels are closed. Benny, make sure you don't crush something. Then you can put your hands like this and then come back with the heel. Come back, no, lift the heel so that they are not touching the floor. Then you see the lower leg wants to go very arch, so you can maintain this movement, but actually your stomach muscles should do something. So you can grab here, then you bring this in, lift the leg up, and for this you need the movement that this beginning of the thigh going back. Now I have the chance to bring this in. And if I have this, then you can try if you can lift your legs and work with these foot again. This is the Paripurna Navasana, okay? You can also close it, but not like this, okay? Try. Magic? No. Okay. You can lift the front of your feet, so you only touching with the heels, and then you touch in the back of your knee and see. Oh, you're better than me. Like this is very hard for me to keep this in. Now, the beginning of your thigh, bring it back. So you have a chance to bring this lower back muscles in, and then move a little bit back so you can see the heels are lifting automatically, and keep this movement. And then you can see if you want to stretch your legs. No, you stretch your legs because I say so. And then work again with the feet. Outer rim, pull back to the hip, and big toe mount and inner heel, just pull front. Yes. And then you come back. Unmöglich? They started to talk German. Halb möglich, sagen sie. Okay. So, why are we doing this work? Why are we doing this work with the feet? Because you see, you can, yes, I have a little bit of abs, but my feet are doing the work for this movement. And you need this because Benny and Anke, we are training for our headstand. And we start with the preparation movement. So what you do is you have a blanket with a beautiful side next to the wall, yeah? Because the shitty side you don't need. Okay, and then we have to learn this grip. So everybody join me. You just pray, okay? And if you have normal thumbs, you can push them into the index finger. If you have long thumbs, you can cross them in the way. Wow. Okay. Make some space in between. Because this whole package goes here. Yes. So it's not like this. So you touch your head, and here are some bones, and if you do it like this, you can hook these bones and then push this up and then close the elbows. Yes. If you close the elbows, can you feel something happening in the shoulder blade?
Yes.
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 Berlin training body says yes. More closing, close them more. Yes. Like this. Now see, what is the difference if you go like this? Hmm. Hmm. Okay, so we have some results. Now, I tried this with the headset, but I don't know if this is working. Maybe you can come here because you cannot look through me. Okay, I will I will try to keep my elbows under my shoulders. So, and I do this by having my fingers up on the wall like this. Okay, then I can adjust my elbows, and then I can make this prayer movement again. And then you see how not long, short my arms are, because I have to maintain this and then use this, bring this package here. If you push too hard into this into the wall, it will hurt, but you will notice. So I will push this, and the tricky thing is that this part of the wrist, it will come up. If this happens, the fear comes. Okay? If this is not touching the ground, you will have fear. So elongate the little finger side so that this is down. You can see this in the internet?
Yes.
Okay. So this one, always push this up. Okay? Then my elbows are under my shoulders, and the outer elbows I put inside. I push them inside so that I have a grip on my shoulder blades. This is very important because now I have time to concentrate. But when I put the crown of my head here, this is why you're not closing. So you want to, the back of your head, like it should be here. You don't have to talk like this. And what happened? My elbows, they go outside and I lose my wrist. You see? So I have to pull here, this part long, so I can go down, and then I pull my elbows in again. So I want these shoulder blades to go in. I don't want them to fall to the wall like this, okay? This starts with this movement of the hand. And everybody's doing this, okay? Second part is, what happens if I lift the knees? Oh, okay, everything wants to go like this, so I have to maintain this. And then you walk up like this. Everybody is doing this, okay? Then you will come down, calm your nervous system, and then you will see why it is so important to keep this movement. Like when I wake you up at 4 in the night, you should be able to do this movement. Because if you go up and you crush here, you have no chance. Then you need to maintain this movement. And you maintain this movement. Now look at my feet. When I work my feet, because I will push myself up in this direction. Yes, I'm not rumbling all the way to now coming into my head. So I need this movement so I can stay up. You won't go up, maybe just for trying, for being brave, but everyone is doing this preparation movement, okay? Good. So you can use, it's not necessary that there is a blanket, it's just that your head should be able to move a little bit. You're procrastinating. Okay, warte, nicht, okay, macht's für euch. Just open it once more, that you have more space. Yes. Okay, now the fingers are going up the wall and your elbows are under your shoulders. Yes. Remove everything, rings and something like this. Okay, then you close and you see the thumb side will.
Lieber.
Du warst doch auch oben.
Ja, aber der Benny steht immer noch.
Yeah, it's so good. Now elongate the little finger side so that this wrist is going down. And then keep the elbows in line with the shoulder. Yes. And the outer elbows without like moving them, but pull them inside. And you see, yes, then you will feel your shoulder blades gripping. Now bring the head of your crown, sorry, the crown of your head in this, and you see what do we need to do to keep this wrist down? Okay, then lift the knees. Lift the knees. And you see, you have to work this. And then you can walk towards your head and maintain this movement. Elongate the little finger side to keep this wrist down. Okay, very brave. But it's more important to keep this shoulder blade movement. Yes, Anka, Außenellbogen ran. Yes. Yes. Und wenn du da oben bist, wie gesagt, arbeite die Füße. Yes. Very good. Then keep buttocks away from the wall. Just the heels on the wall. Buttock away. Buttock away. Yes. Yes. And then what are your hands doing? What are your shoulders doing? Keep this. And then work the heels. Work the feet. Outer rim down. Yes. Okay. And then come down. Come down. Okay. One more attempt. You're done. Okay. Yes. Where's the mistrust? Yeah, it's the crown of the head here. But the thing is, you're not, it's called a headstand. Yes, but you have like on the crown, but it's like only 30% of your weight. You have 60% of your weight is more, I don't know, I'm not good in math. The more weight you have on your arm. Look. It's called headstand. Yes. And you need this movement to go in. But actually you're not standing on your head. You have this on your this is free, you see? And then it's just this touch, and then I can work. I use this touch to like elongate the spine, but I have the weight on my arms. Okay? If your spine very muscular, you can lift the arms and then it's a classical headstand. But give it 10 years. Okay? Wenn ihr könnt Schulterstand am Stuhl oder Setu Banda machen.
Das mit den Dingen.
Okay, stay. Wait. Wait. Okay. But don't fight. Don't push. Just put him here. Okay. Now go up. Okay. Move front. Which leg would you like to go up? Okay. Wait. Give me this leg. Oh, there you are. Same way down. Yes. There you are. Keep the head down. Keep the head down. This is like a shock for the nervous system. But you did it. Yes. And then it's like this. Then it's like this. This movement. Yes. Yeah, it's a good trick. But now come down. Okay. Okay. Ihr habt die Ukraine gehört, sie haben gesagt, sie machen das jetzt jeden Tag. Wir überprüfen das. Okay, then yes, challenge on Instagram. You see what Berlin is doing? You can do this. Okay, I show you. Them having a block. It's a block. And the block is like this. Okay? And there is a trick. My look. I have very like old yoga eyes. If you like this and you want to push this block down in the on the gross bone and you go like this and then you see, well, how is this going? And then there's a point where you lift your heel, bring this here. Then I see you didn't listen. So see, no problem. So then you have this here. Again, you bring the shoulder blade into the back, and if it's okay to stay like this, you can try to stretch one leg because it's yeah, I show you if there's two legs involved, I can also work like the feet, and then this is the upper thigh, and this one I bring down again, and you see this lift. This is very nice. But if it's too hard, you just stay like this and you keep this bone, you suck it into the hip. But not like gym force, like you do when you do exercise, and just like more like the skin. Okay, it's not like, oh, because you should relax now. Okay, try this. Anke, die Beine, kannst du die Füße arbeiten, so wie wir das gemacht haben? Yes. Und dann guck mal, ob du den Ansatz vom Oberschenkel, ob du den runterkriegst. Ja, ja, gar nicht schlecht. Was dir helfen kann, ist, wenn du die Hände, ich weiß nicht, ob du die Hände hinter dem Block verschränkt hast.
Nee,
Genau, verschränk die mal hinter dem Block, dann kriegst du die Schultern noch mehr zusammen.
und dann gehen die Füße
Ja.
auf den Boden.
Ja, die sind am Boden, aber du kriegst sie dann noch mehr, diese
Nicht
Schulterblätter in
auf
den
den
Rücken rein.
Boden.
Bitte?
Die kommen da nicht mehr auf den Boden.
Ah, okay, dann lassen wir das. Aber was du machen kannst, bring die Füße mal mattenweit. Yes. Genau. Und jetzt kannst du dieses Eindrehen quasi üben, weil du merkst ja, die wollen nach außen. Und jetzt kannst du da diesen obersten Teil vom Oberschenkel, den dreh ein und dann bring ihn zurück. Ah, schön. Okay, the wall is, yes, but it's okay, stay like this. I just show you. When you do like this, you will not now push me. You see, then there comes this movement. And this is why you can keep them bent. Yes, like this. And now it's just this bone goes back. Then there's this enough. Hier regnet's jetzt, was für Shavasana ganz gut ist. Also see, what is the difference? Just finger. What is the difference between this and this? Wait. Hmm, I can see one. And then you come out of this. Okay. Mm. Now you feel your crossbone absorbed into the body. This is how it should be. Yes. Okay. And the next station only is Shavasana. Yes. Sie haben gesagt, sie fühlen zwar, dass das Kreuzbein reingeht, aber jetzt fällt es wieder nach unten. Okay, next, last station, just this Shavasana. So you have a blanket for your head. And maybe you want to use your chair. And I show you just quickly. You can use a blanket here if this is too cold for you. Then you just have this like this. And if your head is like this, so that the chin is going this way, then you need blanket. You should have a blanket anyway, but then you need like a very high blanket so that this should go to the chest. Okay, and then you can check this go in, and this is just that so that this bone can fall into the hip socket, and then yes, da. Anke, hast du einen Gurtgriff bereit? Dann mach dir mal eine hüftweite Schlaufe und bring die um die Außenfüße. What? No, it's okay. Me. Nee, genau, um die Füße, nicht um die Knöchel. Du bist an der Beinseite gelandet, genau. Damit die Füße nicht so nach außen drehen. Yep. Ah, sehr schön. Okay. Lift your head once more. Try this way. Too high. Better. Use this. Now, don't fight gravity and let your thigh bone fall into the hip socket. If you have stretched legs, let this bone relax to the ground. Also, the bones of your upper arm, let them get very heavy and relax down to the ground. Yes, relax your forehead, sorry, your forehead from the part where your hair begins to the eyebrow. Then imagine a middle line on your forehead and relax the right side to the right side, left side to the left side. Same thing with the eyebrows. Let them relax in the direction of the back of your head. And this point between your eyebrows, let it relax in all directions and then let it fall to the back side of your head. Yes, the upper eyelid relax on the lower eyelid. Relax the entrance of your ears, entrance of the nose. See that there's a space between your teeth. Tongue is soft. Throat is soft. And also your stomach is soft. These areas around your navel, let them sink in the direction of the floor. And allow the front side of your body to relax inside, into the back side of your body. Yes, and then come back to the surface. Maybe you want to move the tips of the fingers a little bit, tips of the toes. Take a deep in breath, or maybe you just want to yawn. Open your eyes a little bit. Be careful with the light. And then you turn to your right side. Wait. And when it's okay for you, push the left hand and then you come to a sitting position. Alles noch dran?
Ja.
Gut gekämpft.
Ja.
Sehr dynamisch. Oh Gott, Benny. Weil ich dachte, ich quäl dich sonst mit zu viel Ansagen.
Hat er schon gut gemacht.
Hat er sehr gut gemacht.
Yes. Ja.
Everything okay? Super, yes, okay. Dann vielen Dank. Nächste Woche ist Feiertag. Ich mache trotzdem, ne? Ihr schaut, wie ihr könnt.
Super.
Okay, bin nächste Woche nicht da.
Nee?
Ich dachte, das macht er jetzt wegen der Sequenz.
Ah, okay. Scheinbar nicht.
Okay.
Da.
Naja, gibt ja ein Video, dann könnt ihr das nachtun.
Genau.
Super. Bis
Gut.
dann, ihr zwei.
Dann tschüss.
Ciao, ciao.